you got me. You got me. I finally read the comics trailer trash. It's been recommended to me quite a lot over the past years that I've been reading webtoons. Normally when I get really sick, my go-to method of feeling better is just to sit in the shower and read comics. And so that's what I've been doing. I've just been reading comics. I'm still sick. It's been a week. In the meantime, I read trailer trash and I actually really enjoyed reading it. I have read all of season 1 and a little bit of season 2, but I wanted to at least explain some of the reasons why I really enjoyed it. And for one, the art and aesthetic is incredible. I absolutely adore all of the backgrounds. I just think that it has such a unique sense of style, and it's not even anything that's super outside of the ordinary, but it's such a nice change of pace on my eyes. Reading all of the regular webtoon reincarnation stuff and then coming to trailer trash, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is just so much better. I really like it. It's really easy on the eyes, I have to say. And so essentially what happens is this girl, Tabitha, she hit her head when she was 16 or 17, and then as time goes on, she has headaches and things, and so it's the year 2045, I believe, and she is getting into an MRI, the very same one she was in where some type of mysterious accident happened. And so she's like, okay, I'm a little nervous about being in here, and what happens is the machine malfunctions again, and she gets sent back in time to her younger self, her 16 or 17-year-old self. I find it very intriguing to me. It really kind of speaks to me. I really like it. Normally I'm not super into reincarnation stories or things of this sort, or I guess it's not reincarnation, it's more time travel, but regardless, it's so nice to see a character who's given a second chance and they don't exactly know where to start, but they are making little changes in their life. As a 67-year-old woman, she's 67, yeah, I think she was 67 when she went back in time. But it's really nice to see Tabitha when she is given the second chance and goes back to high school. She decides she wants to make some changes in her life. She starts to make little changes in her life, and she starts to do little things day by day that do end up becoming a big snowball, where she's made so many small changes and she has made so much progress from all of the issues she's had in her past, and I find it very charming. Honestly, something I can't super relate to is the whole, oh, high school was hell for me. I hated high school. Maybe I wasn't bullied very much, or maybe I was too stupid to realize I was being bullied, but I didn't get that at all from my high school experience, but it was very real for Tabitha, and I feel the time period that the story is taking place in, 1998, I feel that really helps the story because it was a different time back in 1998. People were bullied, and I'm lucky enough to have not had to have had that experience in high school. I had a very positive experience where I met a bunch of my friends and I did the things I wanted to, and I see myself in Tabitha making changes where she wants to do things for herself and not because of what other people want her to do. And so one of the things that I really liked that the story did super well is essentially have her start taking care of herself, putting on makeup, taking care of her body, honestly. I really liked that the interpretation wasn't, oh, you need to be beautiful and then people will it was if you feel good about yourself, that's all that matters. And I really like that. I found that to be so endearing to the comic, and I really like that messaging. I like a lot of the messaging in the comic, honestly. Another thing is Tabitha's arc, where she is making these small changes in her life that don't seem to be big, but they will make a difference in her life. I really appreciate how the author makes Tabitha a human being, where her only focus isn't just, oh, I need to eat healthy, blah blah blah, or my main focus is to become a published author, so I'm going to just sit and write, and that's like the only thing to my character. She has a lot of things to her character, which I really like. She learns to sew her own clothes, she learns to do makeup for herself, she learns to navigate the relations with people that she never thought she could before. I really appreciated it, and I think it's nice. Another thing I really liked was the various women of all ages and race, and I didn't realize that I was starved for that, but I was so starved for unique and different characters. I am so sick and tired of reading just like, oh, here's this white person. It hurts my eyes. It's like looking at a sheet of paper. That's how it feels reading some of these fantasy webtoon reincarnation stories. And something I loved was there's unique body shapes, and when Tabitha does lose weight, she's not like, oh, I'm skinny. Like, she does have, I guess bigger frame is the term. She doesn't turn into like this skinny mini. She is just who she is. And I really appreciated the fact that there was some time spent on her mom. I loved the mom character, and so I really appreciated the care that was spent with the mother character. I don't remember her name, unfortunately. I'm just gonna chalk that up to me being sick. And you know, she's not just this overprotective, over-worried woman. She has every reason to love Tabitha, but just not know how to share that love with her and how to express it in a positive way. I liked that. I thought it was really nice, and the pacing was really well done. Now, for the things that I don't super like, and I don't know if I'm the only person who thinks this, but my issue with these reincarnation stories or I'm back in time stories is when there's this huge age gap between the romantic love interest and the main character. I know it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but personally, I just find it like odd that there is a love interest for Tabitha, and she's like a 67-year-old lady in this teenager body. And you know, sometimes some people try to defend the character and they're like, well, maybe they just are like, they're regressing because they're in a teenager body. And I'm like, I don't know. I find it odd, and it's not my favorite thing in the world. It really gives, oh, she looks like a child, but she's actually 3,000 years old. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not super interested in the romance aspect of it. There is a reason for Tabitha to be back in high school. There's a very important reason for her to be in high school. I just don't super like when she starts to have a love interest with, what's his name? Bobby? I don't know. It kind of bothers me. It's not like the worst thing in the world, I guess, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. That's all I can say. It kind of reminds me of that show Pen 15 or something, where the main actresses are adults playing middle school girls, and I liked the idea and concept, but it kind of falls apart when they're talking about like crushes on boys and the other actors are just 12, like they are 12-year-olds, and it just, I don't know, it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And I know that there's reasons, there's creative choices, but it's not my favorite thing in the world. Another thing that I kind of wish was more looked into was the relationship with the mother character. I really wish there was more time spent on the mother character. There's this scene that it really struck me and it left a big impression on me. It was the scene where Tabitha's like, I know you hate me, but we are seeing from the mother's point of view. She's like, as Tabitha is saying, like, I know you hate me, the mother is holding baby Tabitha, and she just looks so ecstatic, and she is so happy to be this mother to this new child. And I really wish there was more time spent on that, because, I mean, maybe personally, I really like mother characters. I find them very interesting. I like to learn about mother characters. I don't know why. It's an infatuation, I guess, but I really wish there was more time spent spent on that, but the comic is still going. I will keep reading, and I actually really liked it. I'm really glad that I spent so much time reading it. The art is really pretty, and yeah, I should be peer pressured more often. But yeah, I am very happy I succumbed. I'm very happy I succumbed to peer pressure and read Trailer Trash. I definitely recommend giving it a try. Trailer Trash, really good. I definitely recommend you check it out. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye bye.